What's the Khaled Joria's show match record? Joria's has beaten Khaled 3 out of the 4 times they played. He beat him in, I think, a best of 5, a best of 7. Then Khaled beat him in qualifier 1 for Salt Mine 2, and then Joria's beat him in the crazy game 7, Salt Mine 2 grand final. Joria's definitely has a good matchup against Khaled. He's very, very difficult to read, and he defends really well. Joria's is so good in shadow defense. It's unreal. He's the only guy who can consistently beat Khaled. Well, this is the thing. Nobody can consistently beat Khaled, my guy. Khaled has never lost 3 games in a row. Ever. As far as I'm aware. Did Joria's ever beat him 3 games in a row? I don't think so. He's beaten him 2 games in a row. Khaled has never lost 3 games of 1v1 consecutively. That to me is pretty crazy. That's a crazy statistic. How high on the top 10 leaderboard would I say Forky is when he's on fire? What, peak Forky? How high is he on this leaderboard? I mean, the best that we've seen from Forky is similar to, you know, stuff that you see from Astral mechanically. So probably around about 8th, 7th. Like peak Forky. The problem is that peak Forky is something that doesn't show up that often these days. In competition, it's mostly not peak Forky who plays. Oh yeah, he lost a 3-1 lead versus Fairy. Is that the only time? Oh, actually it is. Is that the only time that he's ever... It was 3-1, wasn't it? Hey, Baseball, thanks for the Prime sub. Really appreciate that, man. How can you shadow defend so well? It's spacing, reaction time, feints, fakes for challenging. Yeah, Joria's just spaces very well, and he puts himself in very awkward positions. Usually when Khaled is bounce dribbling, you Forky with the feels bad, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's just, it is true. I would love to see peak Forky more often, though. It's a super entertaining player. But what was I saying?
In the show match between Khalid and Joe Oots, not on your channel, Joe Oots was down 20.
Wait, he got 4 in a row?
He got 4 in a
I
row.
need to go back and watch that. I totally forgot this. Totally forgot that. Need to go back and watch it. Have I done an all-time peak version of this? I'm going to do a GOAT video. I'll probably do a GOAT 1v1 video. I don't think we're going to do that with Twitch chat because there's just far too many players in the conversation. And that straw poll will be too big. We're not going to do that Twitch or Astrani. I thought for current top 10, I would do Twitch or Astrani. And I'm really impressed with your guys' collective top 10. It's very good. The top 10 worst. You mean the bottom 10? I don't know about that, man. Greatest of all time 3v3 team, NRG. Do you know what greatest of all time means? Greatest of all time doesn't mean, like, you know, who would win if you took NRG now and put them back in time and put them against a team from the past. Like, obviously NRG would be the favorites because right now the game is more advanced, but no, greatest of all time is obviously K-Dot, Turbo Pulse of Alan Panda. It's like, hello? Switching to PS4. That'll be interesting. What about Revsy? Yeah, Revsy is definitely an up-and-coming player to watch. He's going to be... The exciting news about Revsy, he's going to be buying a new monitor, I heard, with his Salt Mine 2 prize money. So looking forward to seeing that. Because Revsy was playing a 60Hz monitor up until now. 60Hz monitor. That guy's an absolute monster on 60Hz. No top players, hardly. At least that I know of, play on 60Hz these days. Like, that's amazing. Very impressive. But yeah, greatest of all time means, like, you know, who in their era was the best. Yeah, of course, if you're in a more competitive era, then you don't need to get as many results to be the GOATs. K-Dot, best 3v3 player all time? I mean, it's, after Turbo won the 4th World Championship, it's hard to argue that he's the greatest of all time when he's got 4 World Championships and K-Dot's got 3. K-Dot and Turbo are definitely the 2 greatest, though. There's no question about that. Because, yeah, K-Dot, besides winning World Championships, he has more other tournament wins than Turbo does. So, if K-Dop wins another World Championship, he'll be back to GOAT status, like he was when they won Season 7. K-Dop was GOAT for me, even though him and Turbo had the same amount of World Championships. K-Dop for me had to be better. Yeah, K-Dop got second in Season 3, you got to remember. He also got second in Season 8, so yeah, it's close. It's very close. I think Turbo right now has to be top though, because he's won 4 World Championships. What are my thoughts about Lethamyr? What do you mean? What kind of thoughts? Do I think Justin will become the best 3v3 player ever? He definitely can. Justin's just something else, man. He's just something else. He's so crazy. Just on another level. K-Dop has more individual impact in each game than Turbo. I'm not sure about that. Is Fairy top 5 in both 1s and 3s? Probably. And 2s as well. Fairy Peak's probably top 5 in all of them. Where would I place Peak Leth? Peak Lethamyr. Probably in this list 6th? All around best player, Fairy Peak? Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at the other guys. Fairy Peak won Fusion 2v2 with Alpha in a 4-0 over Astral and Chaussette. The only other player in this top of the list that could be an argument is First Killer, and First Killer's got nowhere near the success Fairy Peak does in 3s. He could one day, but not yet. How good do I think Khaled would be without bad ping? Yeah, he'd be improved for sure. The other player, you know that there's another player in this top 10 who plays with just as bad ping as Khaled does, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Khaled, but you guys should know the other player in this list who also plays with consistently like more than 80 ping every game. Who is it? Yeah, Mechanics got it right. Lion Blaze. He plays with the same ping that the Middle East players do. All of the US West players play with 80, 90 ping. Now, I think their connection might be a bit better. There's more to there's more to a connection to a Rocket League server than just ping. If you watch Ahmad's stream, you'll be like, what on earth is happening? The ball is banding all over the place. I'm pretty sure that Lion Blaze's game will run a bit smoother, and his connection will be a bit smoother than Khaled's. I don't know that though, because Khaled's never streamed, so maybe his connection's insane. But if you guys have watched Ahmad's stream, or any of the other guys from the Middle East streaming, you'll be pretty amazed at what they can do with the teleportations the ball makes. Lantern King, thanks for the 40-month Prime, man. I really appreciate that. No, I'm not familiar with Expert. Yeah, the ball actually teleports from those guys. It is pretty insane. Where'd I put Magic Berry overall? He's an honorable mention, but he's not quite top 10. Teleportation in Rocket League. If you're playing from the Middle East on European servers, yes, the ball will do teleportations. Yeah, the amount of lag and rubber banding that Ahmed gets, and he's still ridiculous. It's pretty crazy. Do I think the rank ladder would look similar to this top 10 if it was best of 5 instead of single games? I would be interested to see a rank ladder with best of 5 instead of best of 1. That would be interesting. Honestly, what I think Psyonix could do is delete the SoloStandard ladder, delete the SoloStandard queue, and replace it every month with like a new competitive queue. So they could test out team mode. You could test out 3v3 best of 5 queue, 2v2 best of 5 queue. You know, you could just test out random like different types of game. Now I don't think they're going to do it, but I would love to see it. Put you on that list extra. You know, if we go down far enough, I'm sure you're on it. there's definitely enough numbers out there for you to be on one of them. You like SoloStandard? Why get rid of it? Nobody plays it. SoloStandard's like a dead playlist. There's there's obviously people playing it, but there's hardly anyone in it. More people play Rumble and like Drop Shot. No, maybe not Drop Shot. More people play Rumble and Hoops than SoloStandard, if I'm not mistaken. Like casual 2s, casual 3s, Rumble, Hoops, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. Even, I think, Chaos, maybe, get more players than SoloStandard. So why is this playlist alive when it's not needed? Is there a solo 2v2 playlist? No. People who want to play 2v2 by themselves, they queue up for 2v2 by themselves. I would be surprised if there are more people playing SoloStandard than there are people playing 3v3 standard alone. When I play 3v3 by myself, I run into so many other players who are playing 3v3 by themselves. Now, obviously, when you're queuing up by yourself, you have a higher chance of that happening, because you can't queue up with a full team if you're by yourself. You're either getting 2 teammates or 2 randoms. But yeah, SoloStandard is a really low population playlist. Not many of the very, very good players play it, and the reason is that it just doesn't encourage good team play. Everybody's just ball chasing.
Excuse me, why I don't see Jesse on that list?
Everybody's kind of ball chasing in standard as well, but it's even worse in SoloStandard. Like you don't need SoloStandard. Solo doubles would be a better queue. Solo doubles. Like why not really delete SoloStandard and put in solo doubles? Then you've got team doubles and solo doubles. Because doubles is the most popular playlist. 2v2 is the most popular ranked mode. Rytic, actually £3. He says, where's Jesse on the list? Oh, he's way off the top, mate. Way off the top. He's in the negative. SoloStandard is the lowest ranked, is the lowest played playlist. Yeah, I think there's more people in every other playlist than SoloStandard. 670 on SoloStandard right now. That's what I'm saying. I'll check myself. Let's go check. Hold on, let me turn this off. Turn this off. Turn that off. 2v2 is more popular because you only have one friend. I'll tell you why I think 2v2 is the most popular playlist. Is because when you're playing standard, which right now is 19,480 people in the playlist, you're less likely to get to touch the ball. People like hitting the ball, and you get to hit the ball more in 2v2, so people play 2v2 more. 26.6 thousand. So 1v1, 3.4k. SoloStandard, 661 people. Nobody plays this playlist. It's dead. Nobody cares about this playlist. 3v3 standard, 16.7k. Casual has 16,000 people. 16.7. 15.8 in 2v2 casual. 1.6 in 1v1 casual. This is 1,000 more people are playing 1v1 duel, which by the way is 819 lobbies. If there's that many people, there's 819 1v1 duel modes happening right now. Oh wait, I've selected this one as well. I was like, wait, why there's 20,000 in SoloStandard? But it's because I've selected this one too. If there's 661 people, guys, do the math. How many lobbies is this? It also doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even divide by 6. So that means that there's currently 110 lobbies, and then there's one person just AFK in a lobby by themselves. 110. There are 110 SoloStandard games happening right now in competitive, compared to over 800 1v1 matches that are happening in casual. And look at this. There's nearly 3k people in 4v4 chaos. People say 220. It's not 220 lobbies, guys. Do the math. You get 6 people in a SoloStandard game, not 3. Extra modes. 5.2k in Rumble. 1.4k in Drop Shot. Also more than SoloStandard. 1.7 in Hoops. 1.2 people. There's more people playing Snow Day than SoloStandard. This playlist is so dead. Nobody plays it. Nobody likes it, clearly. Why is it taking up a playlist slot when nobody actually plays it? I don't understand. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. You know, maybe Maybe someone who's really high ranking at Psionics. Maybe the big boss man of Psionics made SoloStandard. It's his baby, and I'm sorry if that's the case, because that would be a shame to have everybody, a popular streamer, well, debatably popular, and his Twitch chat roasting your baby. When it says no parties, there's too many because no one likes it.